Hi Libra, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This will take us from the 17th to the 24th of February, and I hope this finds you well. So, please give me clear-cut and straightforward messages for the sign of Libra. Give me a minute, guys. So what I'm trying to do is tune into the energies that you can work with, the gifts as well as the challenges, because when we grow our gifts, the challenges become easier to deal with. So let me have a look at the energies around Libra. So what's behind you is the Magician. So some of you have been really trying to take charge of your destiny. The Star card is the gift, very, very beautiful. This is the gift of healing. It's the gift of grace. The challenge is the Strength card. So could be a Leo person, okay? The Strength card is Leo, but you've already got three very powerful major arcanas here. How other people are showing up for you is the Judgment card. You've got another major arcana. What have you got going on here, Libra? The essential message is the Six of Wands, which is a victory. But we have some anxiety. This is so interesting because you've got four major arcanas. You've got a card of very significant victory. But the outcome, which is the advice, is the Nine of Swords. So it's almost some Libras are turning their back on all these major arcanas. The major arcanas are the hands of the divine. They're our soul lessons, what we're reaching for, and what the universe is trying to send us. And the minor arcana are states of mind. So you've got all this powerful energy, but your state of mind is contracting, Libra. Because anxiety is a state of contraction. For either in a state of expansion or contraction. I mean, in reality, we tend to be in both. But why are you contracting around all this energy? I'm going to ask why. Because the King of Swords. Okay, give me a minute, guys. I'm going to start at the beginning. So what lies behind you is the Magician card. So some of you are really trying to take control of your destiny. That's what the Magician does. He's very much, I'm in charge of this life and I can manifest the life I want. The Magician is very much about taking control of your own self. So not as much other people, because he's got the four aces. So it's very much about I am, okay? I am, and he brings in this divine energy through the top of his head, which means a lot of focus on your own self, your own well-being, what you want from your life, but mostly focusing on your own self-care. And I love seeing that for a Libra, okay? Because it means you're balancing out the opposites and beginning to work with your opposite sign, which is Aries. So balancing out the need to focus on everyone else and looking after yourself a little bit. So I have to say I really like it. The gift is a Star card. So the Star card, when it appears as a gift, doesn't have the negative connotations of the Star card, which sometimes it can appear if it's a challenge. But this gift is the gift of grace, okay? Grace is the whole fabric of the universe. And if any of you have been sick, the Star card is a really good omen of healing. There's been some difficulties in certain relationships. This is a really good sign of healing. But the Star card is about feeling blessed. It's about a state of openness and a state of feeling connected. So absolutely beautiful card. For some of you, it's the Aquarius, and there's an Aquarius person who's the gift to you. Okay? The challenge is Strength card. So when we're talking about signs, the Strength card is a bit of Leo, but it's an interesting combination of cards. I think some of you energetically might have felt quite flat, because the healing is the gift and the challenge is about resources, about sometimes the Strength card means that you're still having to endure challenging circumstances, okay? Because sometimes that Strength card is about building resilience, and it still is a little bit of a challenge, and maybe that's why some Libras are very, very depleted. Because when we're in the Nine of Swords, it means we're in a state of fight or flight, which means our energy is very low. So, interesting combination of cards. The anxiety here with the Strength card sort of as the challenges, but the gift is a Star card with the Six of Wands, which is significant success and victory. So it's almost like, oh, I've got an image of the two scales here, Libra, sorry. And something is significantly shifting, yet there's still some significant areas to be addressed. But this is a very significant accomplishment, whatever this is going on. Now, how other people are showing up for you is the Judgment card. So if some of you have not been in contact with people, this would be about contact being brought back together again. The Judgment card can be about, so before the Judgment card is the other side of the Death card, and this is the resurrection. This is about feeling that something's coming back to life. It might just be communications coming back to life, or a relationship that you felt was a bit stale is going through a renewal. Maybe there's people in your life who are showing up for you and they're awakening. Their sense of identity is awakening up. Very, very beautiful card for how other people are showing up for you, Libra, I really have to say. And I wonder if that's what's making this state of grace and this beautiful feeling that you've overcame something. And a lot of it is about focusing again on your own well-being. What are you vibrating at? What are you putting up with? What are you deeming as acceptable? And what are you not? Because that's what the Magician would say to me, and that's what tends to bring us the Star card and the Six of Wands. And for some people would say that's what even brings around a transformation in our relationships. Because when you vibrate at the level of truth, people either meet you there or they disappear. And generally the ones who disappear come back again, because it's irresistible energy. So why are you in the Nine of Swords? Okay, so Nine of Swords is look guys, it's almost opposite to the Star card. Look, the openness of the Star card, and then this restriction starts up again. It could be fear of, I mean, we're in 2019, the fears are generally around our security. Yeah, just about for everyone. Or trusting, having faith in someone, fear that we're going to lose someone we love. That tends to be the core fears. The King of Swords appeared as why there's anxiety. So for some of you, it might be an official situation, or the King of Swords can represent, which is a bit weird with the Judgment card showing up, because the Judgment card is a feeling of renewal, and the King of Swords in his shadow side is a total withholder. I mean, some might even call a narcissist. I don't really like that word, because it's all one, you know, we create the situations we attract. But the King of Swords can be a little bit of a cold fish. He might hold his energy back, not be in contact, and maybe that's what's creating anxiety for you. Again, it would be an air sign. Can you tell me why this anxiety with this King of Swords, please? Yeah, Three of Discs. So again, for some of you it can be finances, but the Three of Discs tends to talk about working with other people, trying to I can't pronounce the word, guys. But three people coming together to try and work something out, okay? That's what the Three of Discs tends to be about. And maybe for some of you, there's a little bit of fear of what's going to happen. There's another side to the Three of Discs, and it came to my head to say it, okay? Sometimes the Three of Discs can represent a triangular relationship, okay? It's a very interesting triangular relationship because it tends to be based on one person being very financially tied to a situation, so unable just to walk away. I don't know, if I'm doing private readings, that's how I read the Three of Discs, okay? So I felt that I should bring that up because for some reason there's anxiety. And I don't like my Libras feeling this anxiety. I know we all do at times, but look at the cards that you've got. There's a couple of Aquarius cards. There's definitely the Leo card. So they might be for different people, you know, who are watching. But I think what's so interesting about the significant victories, renewal of hope, of life, and then it suddenly goes a little bit frozen again. And I'm wondering, this is a relationship reading or looking for a job. Sometimes that's the way it goes. Something comes into our life and then, you know, the wave goes out again. So we fear that it's not going to come back again. But the wave always comes back. Yeah? I'm going to ask for another card for you. This is a very significant week for you, Libra. I want one more card. That's interesting. Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment. So there's a feeling that your cup's running over, especially with that Star card. It's a feeling of being blessed. And the Nine of Cups and the Six of Wands would say the same. But there's some strange old, you know, in the tales of when you're just about to get the gold, and then some strange little story comes into it, Libra. You're forewarned that that's going to happen, which means you don't have to waste your precious energy worrying about it. You can just go, oh, okay, it's gone again, but it's on its way back. Look, Ace of Cups. Whew. Keep being the magician, guys. Keep focusing on that Aries vibration. I am and I will. Self-care, self-love, and watch how your destiny changes from that. Okay, Libra, love you lots. Bye.